As anger spilled onto the streets, heart-wrenching stories of financial exclusion. Research shows government has been spending less and less on higher education in recent years, and as a percentage of GDP, also less than its peers across the world. This according to research commissioned by Higher Education in 2012. The state's contribution to university education has declined from 49% in the year 2000 to 40% by 2012, while the burden on students increased from 24 to 31%. But it's not only South Africa that is battling with tertiary funding. It's a controversial issue worldwide, with students in Europe, China, Australia and the USA also taking to the streets. In Germany, higher education is fully state-funded. Britain and the US contribute between 30 and 34% to the costs, and in South Africa, 50 billion rands comes from government coffers annually.
Restructure the whole way you finance education in the longer term. It's quite clear from the protests that the existing formula is simply no longer adequate. It's not yielding the answers, it's yielding a lot of grievances.
Weak economic growth is doing little to cushion the current crisis. This week, Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene revised the figure down from 2 to 1.5%.
There are competing demands on the fiscus, and we saw them listed in the budget. And we won't be able to have all these things: nuclear power, national health insurance, social security, free tertiary education. These are all important priorities, but they're going to have to be some tough decisions taken as to where you put your resources and what are your priorities.
A concern from organized business, the high dropout rate. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry says stats show that 1 in 4 students graduate in regulation time. 55% of the intake never graduate, and this impacts on the cost of education. Saki says causes of a high dropout rate need to be identified and rectified. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.